Hello. Ooh, welcome. Hello. Hi. Thank you, Ali, for all the ratings coming in. Thank you so much. I'm Dragons and Cats. This is Underachievers D&D. This is my dad cardigan. What's up? It can become a turtleneck if you wanted it to, but that's for later. So welcome very much, and Scarlet Moth, thank you so much for the resub, 5 months. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And everyone coming in, we are going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons.
Ew, gross nerds. What the fuck?
Yeah, what are we, nerds?
Yeah,
Please, we're
I'm
dorks.
leaving to go and bully some nerds because I want to go play basketball and.
Yeah, I thought we were here for some sports.
Yeah, alright,
Yeah.
Cody Co.
What's sports for?
I'm gonna go be toxically masculine and talk about genitalia.
How did you go from...
Whoa, okay.
Right, Jake. Okay, I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry I brought Jake Paul on screen. We'll do better next time.
As opposed to Todd not being toxically masculine and talking about genitalia. It's just like,
I just do it without the toxic masculinity.
yeah, that's what I mean.
It's perfect. Welcome, everyone, friends, foes, and familiars to Underachievers D&D, where our subpar heroes try to do their best. Thank you all for sticking around. So let's just
I
dive
still
straight.
protest of being called subpar. Thank you. I don't like that.
Fair enough.
Oh, wait, but we're the underachievers. It's our whole deal.
Our on par, because you succeeded in tracking down this ruffian scallywag. who
Dane
was
also succeeded in halfway killing asphyxia.
Really? You got
Sure
there. You really got there.
Almost decaying.
Yeah, we
Hey.
had a wonderful near
Not
TPK.
TPK.
Had a wonderful near TPK last session. It was great.
We all died twice, except for Dane.
Except Dane,
He's the sufferer.
who then...
It didn't die.
We also had 3 near drownings, but whatever.
I don't know. People did drown and then come.
Yeah,
back.
no, technically we all did drown.
Yeah, technically there was a couple
three,
of drownings.
3 drownings.
And then, while you guys were having, while y'all were having a bit of a long rest, or short rest, gotta be specific on that, shining down from the heavens, these two rays of light burst through reality, that then proclaimed in all the languages that ever existed. So there was even triple, even quadruple overlay in the spectrum of hearing. Ariel, you hold the essence of the strayed, with judgment yet to be cast and returning beyond mortal realms. You are henceforth brought before Sameld destruction. Resistance brings heavy consequences. As Adina Faye, Asphyxia, and Celosia stand around the corpse of... That's a bit too loud. I'm just gonna...
That's some real music going on right now.
That's some real bursted eardrums. I'm very sorry, ooh woo, on that one. So just gonna bang that down just a little bit more. Oof, oof. Welcome, Spider. Hello. Oh, I love that emote. That is gorgeous.
The cutest spider with the cutest emotes.
Oh yes. These shining, illuminating eyes, blazing wings, brighten up the cavern, while Ophelia and Dane sit up by the higher tier pool. This cavern's roof is 30 feet above them, with a 20-foot drop down to the lower tier. I'd like you all to roll initiative as these two blazing, radiant eyes stare down towards Adina Faye.
Initiative.
Or
Hang on. Hold up. What?
Can I use a bonus, whatever, like a what's it called? Like a surprise round to say "stuck my ass"?
Fuck yeah!
My God. No.
why are we like this?
No, these even fucking holy beings. Come on.
Wait, we haven't said that we're going to attack them.
When you say "suck my ass," it's usually implied.
Oh, I was joking, but I didn't think I was going to attack.
Look, Todd, just because you have a boner for all things holy,
Love.
Go on. What's the rest of that sentence?
doesn't mean we can't beat these shits into the ground.
It does. That is exactly what David said to do.
And or tell them to go suck ass.
Don't worry, they're quite slow tonight. Ooh, man. Ooh. Thank you for joining me tonight.
So are they going? Do they look like they're going to attack us?
As they're flaring their radiant light, you see that this illumination is being focused within their eyes as they're staring down towards Asphyxia.
You can't kill me. I'm a bad bitch.
I mean, challenge accepted.
You already tried. Please don't.
I'm gonna use Rebuke the Violet on Asphyxia.
And then that's when Dane instantly dies.
Don't forget to click on your token to. Oh,
Oh fuck! I didn't do it.
Yeah, there is sorry, it's leading into it.
I'll add you in.
Sorry.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I always forget to do that.
Oh, good, fam. Okay, so we got 11 for Adina Faye.
at least if I die again quickly, I'll have time to eat my dinner.
That's fair. Did we have a 6 here? Just waiting on
No,
a 6.
I just had to load in. I
All good, all good.
was waiting for it.
No, Spider, if he has a boner for all things holy, he just gets disadvantage on stealth checks.
His speed is halved.
Well, that's what happens when you're on your knees in prayer.
Leave him alone.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Look, Todd. No, in fact,
11.
look, DM, you're the one who gave him prayer beads.
They're for prayer.
So I can feel close to my God.
Therefore, holy reason. So, kicking us off is Sia. You are first
Free-
up in initiative.
Free action. Turns to the rest of the group. What's... what the fuck are those?
Can
Does
I?
anyone know?
Yeah, I'd like to do a religion check.
On your
Yeah,
turn.
same. Oh, okay.
But on my okay.
I could probably do one of those as well, actually.
You can.
Oh, it's not shit. My roll might be, though.
So you
12.
say, what the fuck are those? And if you know, you just like immediately tell us, oh, actually, but I just realized.
So, on a 12, I'm going to say this is a bonus action to go over your mind real quick, to be like, as you pick your mind. You're not completely sure on where they stand on the celestial hierarchy, but you do know these are some form of celestial.
Look, I know.
For shit, Sherlock.
Wrong question. Why the fuck are those here?
Didn't they just say while they're here?
Who is Ariel?
As you speak, they, in all languages, it echoes through the cavern again and into your minds. Stand aside. Allow our path to be one direct to the winged devil hellspawn.
Turning and giving a 60 the side eye now. So, you're not going with them, right?
Well, what's all this then?
Well,
That's Todd's new character.
Please!
what's all this then? Yeehaw.
I was joking about that my new character's gonna be Sleeve. I'll just play
no.
Sleeve.
She's talking to Logan.
Peacock in it?
You're not planning on going with them, are you?
There's no judgment still to be passed for me to go back to, so no.
Oh, that's all you had to say. She's gonna crack her knuckles. What do I even have left? No key points. Well, no, I have 1 key point.
Just so you know, the eyes are hovering up in the hovering up 30 feet.
Okay. How far away are they?
Flip them.
You're a monk. You can jump like 30 feet, right?
I can jump like 30 feet, it's fine.
You give it a red, I'll go. From you, they're about 60 feet away.
Okay, going to run 40, which I believe is about there. And don't really have anything left to jump at them, so I'm just going to do a firebolt.
Flip them off.
Give him the finger.
I can do that though. I can do.
Wind it up.
Whoa. All right,
Sorry.
make that a attack roll.
Crit.
On a crit, as you draw on back, give him the. Tell us.
Hey. Get your eye on this.
Okay.
No, she's going to actually cast it with her foot and spin kick it around, almost like kicking a football.
Yeah, that's some Avatar bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought she was gonna like take her shoe off and like wiggle her toes at it.
I cast firebolt with my middle toe.
The firebolt goes flying up, crashes into the eye as you see the flames just whip around it as the wings flare out. The blazing, burning light, you're not entirely sure if that harmed it in any way, shape, or form.
She's not going to let that worry her and is just going to look confident and like she knows what she's doing.
I love it. Dane.
Look ready to go again.
Jesus Christ.
2 blinding orbs of celestial light.
As if killing the cowboy wasn't bad. Now we're fucking fighting celestial beings. Great. Dane's going to kneel, and bow his head and say, to whom do you call your master?
You can roll me a persuasion check on that one.
Alright. Do I have my... Yes, I got my channel divinity, so I'm going to use Emissary of Peace to add +5 to that. And an 18 plus 5 is 23.
One of the eyes whip around to you. This one down over the lake, turning its head. O Paladin of Elmata. In Dwarven to you.
Mm-hmm.
We answer to that of Samal the Destruction. Emissary of Lathander.
Oh, fuck! Oh, no!
We have arrived to quell and bind the one Ariel for going beyond the mortal realms. Her return beyond the veil brings heavy punishment.
If we all come along peacefully, is there a way that we can perhaps discuss this without further fighting?
It seems a bit late for that.
Shut up.
Only Ariel is to be held. We have no quarrel with the rest.
We would like to at least do what we can for our friend and speak on her behalf in order to put this matter to rest, as we don't want to see any danger come to her.
She has broken the boundaries of law. And with that, I'm gonna say you still have your action left.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm just like staying there, kneeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
Since I have an 11 as well, I would wait to see what Asphyxia chooses to do.
Asphyxia.
Asphyxia is going to step in front of Faye, and she is going to use Mask of Many Faces and change her appearance. So now, as opposed to her like fiendish form, she's saying like exact same build, except she has shimmering, almost pearlescent cream skin with long, wavy hair that's silver gradiating into gold, and large, shimmering silver wings. And all of her robes are pale blue instead of black.
Fuck!
I was about to say, like, Todd just came. I was waiting for that reaction.
Don't mind me.
And she's going to address both of them, and she's going to say, Samal holds no power over me, as he never did. And if Lathander has an issue, he can take it up with the Raven Queen. I'm trying to think like what she would do. And then she'll also say, Lathander would stand opposed to undead as my patron would. Stand aside and let us finish our mission, and we'd be gone from this plane as it is.
Make a persuasion check. Disadvantage.
Okay. Sweet. Uh, 24.
Damn.
Fucking holy.
And it was a 29, holy shit.
That wasn't even a nat 20 on the other one. That was fucking add a casual 11, you know.
Damn, girl.
She speak good. She take hit bad.
Okay, very nice. So, with that, the two eyes come close. They both descend down their blazing light, illuminating and heading towards you, over the top of Sia, and in towards your space.
Adine Faye is extremely ready to shoot the fuck out of them. Because I didn't use my turn.
That is true.
They aren't provoking attacks of opportunity either.
I mean, one has. One is just lazily hovered just past you. Its wings kind of flexed back a little bit as it's it's not flapping. It's just floating towards
I don't think.
these
Sia
blazing
lets it go.
eyes.
She lets it go.
These blazing eyes, the size of heads, come towards Asphyxia. It is not the issue of the Raven Queen Samal has matter with. It is the fallen, such as yourself, Ariel. Laws, rules, broken. Your punishment. To stay. You've forgotten. Both the eyes flare towards you. As
I'm going to attack? Do they look like they're about to attack?
Those are for chumps.
Make an insight check.
Okay. 10.
You are on edge. You're not too sure what these celestials are doing, as they stare
How
at
good are you at reading celestial body behavior?
Yeah.
As you have
Like,
no
it's a
idea
fucking
about these celestials completely.
Okay,
They
I'll
both look-
hold it because I don't want to make things worse.
They
For a
both
sec.
look at Asphyxia now. This celestial version of herself, in a sense, more heavenly presence. You hold the one of strayed within. Relinquish before judgment is passed and Samal hunts.
Can I just check, DM? Aren't we in the Feywilds? Is that where we are now?
Yes.
Is that a celestial plane? Like, is it her plane? Because she's technically not trespassing. Like, she's not returned back into her plane.
In a sense, that is true, but it is an echo of the mortal prime world.
Okay.
So it is beyond that veil between real world, underworld, negative plane, positive plane. So it's like on the lines of the fine print per se.
So it's a positive plane, but it's not. Yeah, it's like halfway between the prime material and the outer planes and the elemental planes.
Somebody.
Well, thank you so much for the follow chips. Thank you.
Hey.
Well, we have a moral dilemma with Sixia. One of the angel eyes are going to say, if you resist, we will hold you. We will relinquish the strayed from.
Nothing I hold is yours to relinquish. And she is going to just brace herself.
Then yourself and the strayed will be brought before Samal. And
Can I use my turn now?
fuck yeah.
I level my heavy crossbow and to say, "You will not touch her," and then I will shoot the eyeball.
Shoot the eyeball.
To the eye!
You're a Legend of Zelda boss.
26.
Which one are you shooting?
Oh wait, so was I just holding my attack or was I holding my turn?
I'll just say holding your turn, since you're on the
Okay.
same.
Oh well, then I would like to use my bonus action to use. Oh, wait, how many spells do I have left?
You can't usually hold a whole turn.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure if I was holding my action or holding my turn.
I'm being very kind.
Okay.
You're too kind.
Um,
You're too kind. I don't like
Then you have more actions taken away from you, Todd, and let the DM decree the other turns.
yeah, I think I have 2
rules. Thanks.
spells left because I was dead most of.
You were
The
dead
last
most of the last time.
Yes, I think I have 2 spells left because I didn't mark my last Zephyr Strike that I used. So I would like to use my bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike on the eye closest to me and then attack it, which is a 26. So that's 12
Okay.
piercing damage. Cool. An extra 1d8 of force damage. So 12 plus 3.
Very nice.
And then I will attack it again. Sorry, I have my character sheet up on like the wrong window.
Oh, good. So as your first crossbow bolt goes flying into it, you see steam and smoke begin to come off the bolt as it's flying up towards it, as if it's sort of burning in as it's coming closer towards it. It lessens the effect as the bolt goes flying through it, creating small little tear in its celestial form.
Like that. I will attack again anyway. 14. Did that hit?
14, the smallest sliver of your crossbow bolt manages to make its way through this blazing nimbus and so cause another small fissure in the divine's body.
Okay.
So you hit, doing half damage. On that one, alright. Was anybody else holding their action?
No, I think it was just me because my turn was before 6 years.
Yeah.
I'd use my action to negotiate, so I can't really.
And I also wanted to move to
wait.
stand in front of her.
I know it's really late, but I didn't use my action. Would I be able to just like do a quick like I don't know religion check to figure out who this destroyer guy is?
Yes!
So, what was his name again?
Samal the Destruction.
Samal the Destruction. Okay. 15.
On a 15, you know that it is a divine executioner, one sent from the higher courts of the Celestials to eliminate fiendish entities.
Don't like that.
Okay. Cool.
Though you don't know the full extent of the law, you do know the kind of angel, but there are tomes in Waterdeep and Daggerford where in the Morning Spires or the Morning Tower in Daggerford that you can find information.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. So, what kind of celestial were they? Like, do I know that bit?
Yes, they are their own divine. They're their own divine celestials called
Right.
just a Samal. So not a Dema, not a Dema,
Okay.
not
Yeah.
a Solar. It's more of a higher than a Dema.
Okay. Cool.
Deva.
I say diva too. So whatever.
Fantastic. Thank you. So the one that just got shot by Dina Fey is going to turn its eye towards Dina Fey, and as it flares, it focuses the celestial radiant energy from its wings to its eye, but then shoots out a ray towards her. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to take 17 radiant damage as it goes searing into your flesh.
Alright.
Sia, back to the top.
Well, that's totally fine.
So, definitely attacking these now.
They have floated down to eye level, so you can.
Okay. Yeah, she's going to move in between the two. And bludgeon one, the quarterstaff. 12.
On a 12, the eye quickly folds its wings, and one enlarges. It shifts it to the side as your staff goes.
Second attack.
Again,
Gee.
this small little blazing nimbus is very, very quick.
I'll probably burn a key point then.
And especially in your tired state after such a heavy encounter beforehand. Everyone's fatigue is setting in.
Yeah, rather mean of the DM to do that. I'm gonna do a flurry of blows.
throw those flurry of blows up.
Attack 1, 16. Oh, sorry, 15. Attack 2, 23.
All right, so those are both going to hit. And as your fists connect, you feel the divine sear from this blazing nimbus as you take 3 points of radiant damage for striking it.
I don't think I have any resistances to that.
Radiant? Nah.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Ah,
Philia is going to stand up and she's going to make a run around Dane, and she's going to leap from above down onto the ground. And she's going to land there. And she's going to have her axe out. Dane.
Dane is going to slowly lift his head, like just enough to kind of see what's going on. And then just kind of lock up and not do anything. And that's my turn.
Okay. Adenifet.
I will shoot.
Shoot away.
I don't want to shock anyone, but that's what I'm going to do.
Bang.
Not bang. It's like a crossbow noise.
Bang.
you're just making bang
Crossbow
bang
noise.
noises.
Hasn't
With your
reloaded the
mouth.
gun yet.
That's
Bang,
that's
bang, bang.
that's Dane's turn. He's
Bang.
yelling bang from across the cabin.
That's his head, just bang.
Yeah.
Bang. Whoopoosh.
17 and 22. And on the first one, I'm also going to use my extra the D8 for force damage. Yeah. It was. Plus 5.
Right. So, again, both your bolts go flying into it, burning and searing before even striking it, but still manage to continue to create small tears and fissures. Now within its eye, you see its the light is beginning to dim.
Good.
And -5, especially since this one here is now barely illuminating. 6 yeah.
Scott is going to use Eldritch Blast.
Which one?
On the beaten up one.
On the beaten up one.
And we all hold our surprise.
Wait, that one?
Wow, it's almost like a monk using their fists.
Right.
Or a paladin.
Hey, I use my feet. I use my feet as well, and sometimes my head.
You're just like, I'm going to use my feet this time. Just
15 hits, doesn't it?
the warlock shit. Yeah, that's why you need to like beat them by being like, I'm going to do Eldritch Blast out of my foot. Like,
I bend over and cast Eldritch Blast from my
I throw my shoe at them, and that's what casts Eldritch Blast.
Sorry.
Eldritch Fast. On a 15 hits.
Okay,
Welcome, Beauty
so-
Bed.
on that note, hey, Bread Avenger.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Brid. So 18, because natural 10, and then it's an add 8 force damage.
And how do you want to do it?
Just yell bang. No, she's gonna not even looking at the one that she fires it at. She's gonna like already be turning towards the other one, but the Eldritch Blast just like nails it right in the fucking pupil. And the light is going to like turn from the core, from the gold, turning into a black purple as it like the Eldritch Blast spreads into it.
This is some Dark Souls shit.
Fucking turn that shit to confetti.
And that it blows up into specks as the Eldritch Blast takes it out.
I'm a bad bitch, you can't kill me.
The other eye is going to float up as high as it can, 50 feet up. So
I still have a second attack. That
That's
was
right,
my
you still
first
have a
Eldritch
second
Blast.
blast.
Yeah. Nah, bitch, where you going?
So you can see it's pulsing and attempting to.
like, yeah, and she's gonna fire. Yeah, I know. She's a warlock. She's Eldritch Blast. That's what
Exactly.
she
We all have our tropes.
does.
Here's what
I have
she's about.
disadvantage on still. Whoops. So 18.
On 18, it's still gonna hit.
3 plus 8, so 11.
So for 11. As the Eldritch Blast goes smacking into it, forcing it back, it rises up into the air unless you have something else you want to do for your bonus.
Just my familiars would use help. They would give help to Faye and Sia on an attack.
Alright, they go flying over. The Angel Eyes is beginning to float up. Sia, you do get attack of opportunity if you wish. Punch on.
That would be a yes. I'm gonna
Kill
do.
that bitch.
Put your hand into the radiant fire.
I'm gonna
Dare you?
poke it with my quarterstaff. Yet.
Why'd that go at the same time as the sound? Roll 20.
As you knit it, you just, with the very end, with the
With a 14.
you just poke it real hard, as hard as you can.
Lather up.
It floats up. As it does, you then see it becomes the color changes from this golden yellow light, as it then becomes a wispy blue and then turns to smoke and disappears.
Oh, you bitch. You little bitch.
It goes from sight. Though, however, Asphyxia and Denethor in the ethereal plane, you can see it come floating up over to here. And as it comes up, the eye locks on Asphyxia, and I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, listen to
And since you are their duties hold, you can make it at disadvantage.
Oh.
That's some sneaky shit.
Hell yeah, that's sick. I like that. I mean,
Dang.
no. Oh,
Did you just say fuck that?
I'm going to not help, and I like it when it fucks with body.
16.
On a 16, you just manage to hold off against this divine energy that begins to course through your form and then hits towards your chest gem. However, there is a searing pulse from that forces the divine energies away. It washes over you.
Come down here, you little bitch. I wouldn't say that.
So, what's an eyeball fetish called? Because I think Todd has one.
why is everything a fetish to you? Just cause.
I just misheard and thought you said something about fucking the eyeball.
What? No.
Sia, your turn.
Okay.
It's wisp off the face of existence from you as it's disappeared.
Well, do you know where that went to?
Yeah, is it still so it came back to where we could see it, or
it's still ethereal.
We're both just like,
we just point at it? There.
triangulate it from where we're both pointing.
Yeah, exactly.
From.
Two people pointing from different locations, so you can actually, find the point when they cross over. It's simple mathematics.
Not that I can hit it from the ethereal, but Sia doesn't know that, so
Simple geometry.
she'll run over to where they're pointing, and
I mean, is it still up in the air though? Like, are we pointing up?
You're pointing up. You're pointing 30 feet up.
she's going to wave her quarterstaff around here.
I mean, well, would technically, if my bird's using help, wouldn't it be fluttering around it? Because they are on the creature.
That is true. So, you see where the two ravens have taken flight from your shoulders and are flying around where the eye is in the ethereal. So on this plane, You can see they're just having a little fly around, but unfortunately, not being able to see it, you can't hit it.
I might have something else though. If the birds and those two seem to be signaling that yes, that is where it is,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to hold
How's
the staff there, click the immovable rod into place.
Say that again.
She's going to click the immovable rod into place.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You click the immovable rod into place where you believe it's going to be at. Correct.
Yes.
All right. Ophelia comes running over. Dane, you sit there.
At this point, I've closed my eyes and there's like heavy beads of sweat going down my face, and I'm just like clenched my entire body. I'm just like hoping that this goal goes away.
Identify.
It's not a sex thing, fucking moth. Jesus Christ!
It's the
I can
opposite.
I'm sorry.
It's the opposite. He's just sitting there with his eyes closed, hoping it will leave.
Same, honestly.
I could see your face as I was saying it, and I was like,
No, I wasn't going to
"Nah."
say anything.
Yeah, but you'll fucking think. I know. Anyway, that's my turn.
So just to clarify, I can attack it from my plane when I can see it in the other one.
No, you can't interact with things in the ethereal
You
plane.
can, yeah.
But,
if it's
well,
in the,
but it interacted with us. So if it's like a halfway point or something, like if it can affect us, then technically we would
You could-
think at least that we can affect it.
you
Like,
can-
Yeah.
you
well,
can
I'm
certainly
sorry,
try.
Faye may not, because Asphyxia got targeted by something. So Asphyxia may believe that she can if something targeted her from the ethereal plane.
Okay, like,
Yeah.
not again though.
You can certainly try.
I'm fairly sure that like ethereal plane and material plane can't interact with each other like at all. Apart from
We're
like
in the Fey Wilds though.
oh, what-
Like, and there's
Feywild.
rips. There's rips
Where-
between planes.
Fucking weird.
Like that's
We're
the
in the
magic that we're
Feywild.
interacting with at the moment.
We're in the Feywild, and also being able to do stuff in the ethereal plane is literally the purpose of the Horizon Walker Ranger.
Yeah, so I'm going to use Planar Walker to mark it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to try and attack with my crossbow.
Okay. So, how would you describe your planar work happening for a round?
So actually I would like reach out since I can see it through the plane. I would just like lock eyes on it, and similar to the hunter's mark, it would like almost like place a sigil on it, but instead of it just like floating, it would sort of like encompass it.
Very nice. I like that. The sigil
And then-
encompasses both on the ethereal and on the material plane as well. Well, the Feywild plane as well.
And so I attack it with my heavy crossbow, which is an 18.
You're loading the bolt, pulling it back, strikes into it from the plane you're on into the ethereal.
Okay, so that becomes force damage. It's not piercing anymore. It's converted to force damage, and I attack with another D8 as well.
All right, roll on through.
8.
oh shit.
Hell yeah!
And with that,
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
with that sigil that you placed upon it, and an eagle-eye shot, how do you want to do it?
Okay, so imagine that when the arrow passes through like the sigil or like the barrier that I created around it, it like disappears, and it's just like where the arrow was, it's just like sort of turns not into light, but like just like a arrow of force rather than like an actual material arrow. Like the actual arrow just like disappears,
That's
and then so that hits through it, and then the barrier pulses as well, and it deals extra damage.
Barrier pulses as the bolt disappears into a wisp of smoke and force. There's a sudden static surge of light as the sigil is blown apart, and there's a sudden shine of light that then shines for just a split second before going to confetti. As he blew this thing up. with that, we'll get out of combat.
Alright, I'm immediately going to turn to Asphyxia and ask if she's okay.
It's more tiresome than anything else. I haven't been back into the Feywilds in years. I didn't think this would happen.
You. Is she still in her disguise?
Yeah,
Well, her-
she's still. Yeah, she's. Her Mask of Many Faces is still active.
What's going on?
Oh, there's this whole thing happened eons ago. It doesn't really matter now, but Samael was a pretentious prick as always.
So, what are you exactly?
I'm a warlock in service to the Raven Queen.
No. Why do they want you?
Oh, this whole thing.
If we're going to be working together, which for now it seems we are, you need to at least explain some of the basics. I'm not expecting your whole story.
It can't hurt.
Essentially, this is who I was, and now I am no longer. And people want me for the person who I was. For grievances that were dealt with appropriately at the time, and were paid in full with retribution. And as stated, Samael is an asshole and thinks that any plane that is even within fucking seeing distance from his pretty little paradise is his to lord over. It's too ignorant to even see that our patrons are aligned and he should not be getting in my way.
That's as much as I need. I can understand where you're coming from. Well, with not the punishment from eons ago, but it's not for me.
Well, we still have another matter to deal with, don't we?
Quite.
I will make my way over to Dane.
At this point,
Oh boy.
is like he's fallen forwards onto his arms, and he's just like locked up, just like sweat is like dripping off his face, and he is like everything's fucked right now.
I'm gonna nudge him with my foot. A word?
Of course.
Do you have anything to say?
I'm sorry.
I'm a bad bitch, you can't kill me.
Fuck. I've never been in the presence of celestials before, and especially in this incident, my feeling of true powerlessness was overwhelming.
No, that is not my concern.
Yes, of course. Is Asphyxia with her?
Yeah, I'm standing next to her.
Okay.
And she still has her Mask of Many Faces off as well.
I'm beyond sorry. I acted incredibly irrationally. I can't believe I did what I did, but I did do it. I'm beyond sorry at how it hurt you in the fact of the moment, even to the point of stopping you from what you were set here to do. I'm sorry.
They will look to Asphyxia and take her lead on this.
I don't think you have any context of what you did. you view this as damage, as a mere wound that we would be trivializing over. Have you any idea the consequences if that man had gotten away?
I nod my head now, but I can only imagine what he would have done. I have no real understanding or comprehension of the damage he could have dealt to the world.
Perhaps that is partially on me for not disclosing everything I knew, but I assumed that you understood the gravity of our situation, and you should know in future that nothing gets in the way of us and our mark, Dane. Absolutely nothing.
From behind, you just hear, "He tried to kill me twice."
Yeah, literally shot her in front of you.
I
Other
don't
than
want.
Sorry.
I don't want to change this into me spurting my beliefs and trying to justify what I did, because it really didn't align with them properly either. I acted in some delusion that I could stop the fighting, that I could fix the damage that was done, that I could heal the hurt in all ends. But it doesn't work like that.
The more time you spend in this world, Dane, the more obvious it will be that sometimes to lessen the hurt in the future, you have to make difficult decisions at the time. Being passive won't solve everyone's problems. And if you ever even think to harm or take action against Asphyxia ever again, I want you to know that I will kill you, and I will draw your pain out to a point that even Umata will beg me for mercy. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Good.
Well, we should probably be on our way, I would say.
Yeah, Dane's gonna stand up, because I assume he was like still kneeling this entire time, because he was like,
yeah, they were definitely looking down on him.
yeah. He's like a bit uneasy to walk, but he's gonna look to the exit that was like closest to where fucking Sleeve died. Oh, whatever his name is. Not Sleeve. Other cowboy. There's the exit over there.
Yes.
It's gonna start marching over there.
Old yeehaw dead man.
Was there any fruit on the cowboy's body, by the way?
Fruit. He's not gonna have that fruit. I guarantee it.
He does not have that fruit. For a
Can
man,
I actually, like, where the two celestial assholes died, can I just, like, look and, like, see if anything dropped from their remains?
yeah, of course. Make an investigation check.
Right.
You go having a little peek around to some of the seared remains.
24.
Oh, 24. Let's see. There is a small wisp of a fragment of possibility that lays on the cavern floor, the one that was locked by the runes of the Demon Fae. This small little fragment, gem-like creation is similar to that of a little jagged, translucent and rosy stone with white sharpened corners. It's warm to the touch as you pick it up. Like, you feel a little pulse from it. That's slowly fading.
You know, just like pick it up.
I assumed you picked it up.
Everyone's just standing around us.
It's just like, looks like it's going cold.
It's
Leaves.
going cold. The light is fading out, and it looks like it's just turning to a small lump of quartz.
Was there anything like? Does she get any like sense of like what to fucking do with it, or is she just like, just like, yeah?
I don't know why, but I just like imagine her just like picking it up and just going like, oh. I don't know why. That's not what you would do, but that's what I visualize.
This
She,
bitch
like,
empty.
hold it actually-
Yeah.
With the
Could
pulse,
you
it
hold
does.
it near her chest and like see if she feels anything coming from it.
You put it near your chest. You do feel that there is the double pulse from your own that follows the same rhythm as its, though the small chunk of quartz is becoming slower and slower, while yours is normal for your double pace.
To just give it to Faye, she's like, I don't fucking know. Like, do you want to like? It's going cold and it's not going to be celestial for long. But quartz you can probably sell.
I swallow it. No, I'll put it in me pocket.
All right.
Oh yeah, like, well, because would she have any sense of like what its use would be, like if it's even worth keeping?
You can make an Arcana check or a religion check.
Can I make a religion check?
You can make a religion check at disadvantage.
Good, love it.
18.
18.
Haha, not one.
Yay!
Dane toddles over to like have a look. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. Just like push him over. Like, fuck off.
Dane, it's been a day.
I found this warm piece of rock on the ground. It's fine.
With this warm piece of rock, it in its similarities in its construction to your own that's embedded in your chest, just to a much lesser extent. Its celestial energies beginning to fade. This could be used as a similar vessel to the one you have in your chest.
Or like a soul gem?
In a sense, possible.
Like, hey Faye, I want to see if you can become part celestial. Just like trying to push it into her.
Try and push it into my forehead.
Just swallow it. I'm sure that'll make it.
Faye's just like, I'm an angel now.
Just get me
Sprouts her wings.
get me to kick it through her forehead. It's fine.
Yeah. The roundhouse, smash it in there. It's fine.
Do I have any kind of like inclination of how long it's even going to be like useful for anything though? Like if it's fading?
With your Arcana check, you believe you could channel some of the divine energy from it, in a sense to regain some of your powers that you've expelled. Essentially, to gain back, mechanically speaking, to regain a spell slot. A one-use regain of a spell slot.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd give it
sick.
to Faye and be like, bitch, I don't use no spells that fight. But she would just say, like, you seem to be a bit more fatigued than I am.
Kyle, I just want you to know that Dane is doing a silent prayer to Ilmater for the fact that a celestial soul is being used to regain spell slots right now.
Hey, he doesn't know. He got a 6. He doesn't know what the fuck is happening.
Well, you're using it, okay?
We're holding a rock. Okay?
You're doing
I mean-
something with the rock.
Did he even see me pick up the rock? Maybe this is just a cave rock.
Oh my God.
Asphyxia picks up like another similarly coloured rock off like of the
Throws it
cave
at
floor
Dane.
and throws it at Dane.
Sorry, I'll play Dane the way that you see him. Dane is like, ooh, and then walks into a wall 3 times.
Wait, he rolled he got a natural 1, dude.
Yeah, but like I can still see with my eyes what you're fucking doing. Like you're doing something with
They
the
are
fucking rock.
They are holding a small lump of quartz that fell where the celestial disappeared, and there was
Yeah, like that's not gonna be anything
Actually,
weird.
didn't Dane have his eyes closed anyway? He wasn't even
Absolutely
watching.
correct.
Wasn't wasn't Dane having a little cry?
Yeah, Dane couldn't see anything through his tears.
Tears, that's why I couldn't tell what it was.
By the way, inspiration for all that for everyone.
But no, Faye wouldn't accept it. She would say this is better suited to you.
Trust me, I don't want anything to do with them.
You get a spell slot back, and you only have to.
We had a short rest, so I've got all mine. I
Yeah,
don't
but
have any spells.
oh, so can it only work now?
It's
Oh, the celestial's
it's
leaving.
fading.
Real
like
quick.
it's literally like the spirit's fading from it.
Okay, I'll
A faint little eyeball just like flipping you off as it leaves.
Yeah. Do I know how to use it? Anyway, I swallowed the rock.
Asphyxia places it in your hand, and then she wraps your fingers over it, and holds her hand over yours, and like puts it.
Okay.
Dane is going, "Who?" as he walks into a wall.
No, he just falls down these stairs. He doesn't even take the stairs, just walks off them alone.
Do we know any way we can get back to that?
So I got a spell slot back?
You got a spell slot back.
Cool, I still have two.
Crack of the cold with the board.
As it's in your hand and you channel the energy, it shatters into quartz dust, and you feel the warm energies of the celestial soul swirl in and around you as its its divine powers.
Can I do my
into-
prayer now?
You can do your prayer.
You don't know what's happening. We're just being gay and doing crime.
Doing celestial crime.
You're doing celestial drugs. That's what this is.
Yeah, and then I snort the dust.
I'm dying.
Asphyxia just does like a back bend over a pillow and like does a line on her chest. And Faye's just like, oh yeah, that's the spell shit.
Like, alright, let's go.
Let's
See,
go
it,
kill some
I feel great.
see, it looks like there's a party going on.
Oh Lord.
So you're just sitting in the back with like a wad of notes, fanning yourself like, yeah, being gay, do crime.
Anyway, we should go.
Yeah, we should go.
Any ideas on how to get back up to where we were before?
Probably the only way to go is forwards. I don't think we can go back that way.
I mean, I would like to go back to well, I wouldn't, but I would preferably like to go back to Mr. Lord.
Candyman.
That one.
I'm sure we'll find our way back to him to come full on what we agreed on.
Any idea where these fruits are again?
Look, we can only really see which way to go once we leave this cavern, so
I guess we should do that.
Dane's gonna look at everyone else and see if anyone else moves first.
Yeah, so,
Huh?
Faye will go, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, then Dane will follow.
With Faye leading the way, Asphyxia close behind, and Dane following up. Sia and Ophelia then bringing up the rear as you march on into the caverns, into the darkness. That is where we're going to take a little break, and then
Hell yeah.
come on back for some more Underachievers D&D. So, bear with us, fam. We'll be right back. Stay where we are. Stay tuned. Give us just a tiny little bit.
I need some stress cake now.
I have stress for a starter.
Oh,
I'm tempted to get Faye to kill Dane slowly.
Yeah.
Boy, fucking, I'm pissed.
My averagest yeah boy ever.
And we're back.
I want us to come back to me in the middle of a boy. Like, that's what I was trying for. Fuck.
You gotta commit.
Well, I was interrupted.
You didn't have to reply.
It made me laugh.
That was your
Truly didn't. That was
It
your
made
choice.
me laugh. And it
That
ruined
was his
fun.
mistake.
Hey, is this that spot from the Avengers movie?
No.
Cool. Thanks.
No.
What?
What? Oh, wait.
Wait, do you mean the cliffs where they get the soul stone?
Yeah, that one.
No.
No.
Yeah, we're there. Nice. We made it.
Woo!
Alright, who wants to kick Dane off and get a soul stone?
As you trek forward through the winding, shifting caves of within these umbral pools, moving between the small little passages that you were familiar with and the large lake-like subterranean areas and bodies of water. Eventually, you come across a chamber where you notice the water flow from this large, vast cavern of this underground lake that has a constant geyser at its center, with all the colors of the spectrum of light shining in and through it. It rises up into the darkness where only a small blip of light can be seen far, far overhead. It rises up into the darkness, and due to this, you cannot fathom the size of this underground cavern as you come out of a passage, and the chamber wall rises and rises just behind you, and off to the side it just wraps around to a large subterranean lake. You can hear the slow whish of the waters up against the shore, with the swirls of light coming from the rocks as the water crashes upon them. The soil has a strange spiciness to it, per se.
Spicy water.
Spicy soil. Hello, Sandstorm.
Oh, the
What are you
soil's-
doing?
I thought it was spicy water.
Of course, Sandstorm closed everything. That was very close to ending your stream, darling. Wow. You then notice that the direction of the water flow from a oncoming, from an adjacent chamber, the water. Stop that sentence. Is flowing, and seems to be heading towards the geyser in the center.
Right. So, like, water's coming in and then going up?
Looks like it.
Can anyone remember what part of Sneeve I took?
Apart.
Didn't you take his charred hand?
It was either the hand or the head.
No, I thought you cut
took
his
his
arm
gun.
off. Yeah, you took his gun.
I took his gun,
didn't-
but I was going to take a part
It
of him.
was the hand.
I think you scalped him.
But I can't remember if I decided to take the hand because it was like just blown to bits, so it wouldn't we wouldn't have been able to see it. Because I think I specifically asked if you could see any of where the mark was, and the answer was no.
You could not.
Yeah, I can't. So I'm pretty sure I didn't take his hand, but I can't remember what I took. Was that the hand that he uses his gun with?
And no, it was not.
Oh, I'm gonna take his gun hand.
You can take his gun hand then.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fine to do so. And
Glad
Quite
that's
gruesome.
sorted.
glad we got that out of the way. That's a magic item now.
We're heading off, and Faye's just like, oh, sorry, just like pulls out a sword and just goes, just like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, sorry.
The hand of
sorry,
the
to,
outlaw.
sorry to retcon that. I just remembered that we had the discussion, but I couldn't remember if I actually decided what I was taking.
Okay.
Yeah, Hand of Sneeve is definitely magical artifact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives
It's
advantage.
gonna be like my rabbit's foot. I'm just gonna like cap the end and like attach it to my belt and.
I was thinking more like a monkey paw, like kind of, you know.
Oh yeah, rabbit's foot, monkey ball.
I was thinking more like something that like helps her aim, so like the hand crawls down to her hand and stabilizes.
Well, I mean, I have to give it to my employer, so I'm.
I
Like,
was thinking like one of those pom poms that you attach to your bag.
yeah, a little keyring.
Just a phone charm.
Yes.
Just
So,
hang it off the end of your guns.
so within this chamber, you are left to your own devices. What would you like to do?
I'll have a Calamity go invisible and just float up and like see if he can gauge the distance of how far that is. Because I'm assuming if you're saying it goes out of our sight, it goes beyond 120 feet
Yes.
because Faye and I have 120-foot vision.
Is there any fruit-looking stuff around here?
Make an investigation check for fruit. Whereas your familiars do fly up and up and up, and it's about a minute after they return that
It was
have
not fruitful.
found a ceiling towards a small blip of light, and it seems that the water rushes up, and they say it's as if it is falling itself into a pond on the roof. Thank you so much for the Nebu.
Solved it. We solved the puzzle. Everyone jump in.
Yeah,
What?
easy.
But did they gauge like roughly the distance?
Your birds fly at 60 feet a minute, correct?
No, the Raven's faster than that, I think. Because that's like usually like, I think they've got a flying speed of 40 feet, like per round.
Well, regardless, it's about 600 feet up.
Okay.
Can I look around for any other exits to the chamber?
It's a very large subterranean area. You'd have to break off and go check around, but there are multiple small little cavern holes and little waterfalls around this large underwater lakeside. You can go
Okay.
in and around, take a look, but you
I'm
find...
not going to go too far.
See, on a 7, you find lots of very pretty rocks that react to the water as it splashes up on the sides of it.
That's not what I'm looking for, but it is very pretty. Where did he say? Does anyone remember where Mr. Lord person said he was keeping? He wanted us to go find the fruit.
Did he say where they were except for over yonder?
It's
He's
down the road. I remember that.
This is pretty far down the road.
Did he say it was by water or anything, Kyle?
He said it was by his small little pond.
Free, easy, done.
Which pond?
On the ceiling.
Can Equamity go back up? And does the gravity change, like, at all when he's further up? Like, is there any resistance? Like, where the pool's collecting, like, is there anywhere around there he can land? Is it just the water that's independently reacting?
It's just the water that's independently reacting, even though there are stalactites up top,
Okay.
running down. But the gravity doesn't change for Equamity. Just can fly up to the very ceiling and can look directly at the little pool that's gathered there. It looks very dark vision. It looks to be with the dark vision going through, and if you look through your familiar's eyes, you see that it's white around the edges of the pond, to then shading to grey, just a couple of feet in from there, and then the rest is just a deep darkness. That.
Okay. And Equamity has true dark vision as well, like so even magical darkness as well. Just in case. I don't know what's up there, but just in case, even through magical darkness he can see.
Even through magical darkness, so it's just like it's staring into a deep well.
Okay.
on the roof.
Is there any fruit trees near it, per se?
Make a perception check.
Oh shit, I don't know what. Oh wait, let me get my imp's perception. Imp. Where are we? Perception. I will just roll a d20 for him and add his modifier.
All good.
10 plus, so 11, which is his passive perception anyway.
Fair enough. So it's nothing but stalactites.
Okay. He just comes back down. He's like, It just seems like stalactites.
Really wish we could find this damn fruit.
Find it, I'm sure.
So this is just like one big room, basically, like with the way we came in, and that's it.
Yes, just one big open, vast expanse with small little water flows, aqueducts and water flows coming in from other little passages in and around the area as well, along the edges of the chamber.
Can you just look around and see if there's any like just continued tunnels, walkways, anything?
Yeah, same. I'd like to sort of like walk the edge of the room, see if there's anything behind any of the waterfalls or anything.
You walk along the edge of the room, you find that there are multiple chambers that lead off in different directions. Some climb, some become deep drops, but it's as if they are reverse waterfalls themselves, with the water gauging up with the edge of a small little passage to then flow over and go towards the lake, being pulled towards it.
Fuck the fucking Feywild. This is some MC Escher shit. I hate it. I'm done with this bullshit.
Can I, with my survival, get any insight onto if any of these are a way out?
Yeah, make a survival check.
Okay.
Can I have one of my birds help her?
Nah.
Okay.
But on a 23, so your understanding of the flow of water, it takes the easiest direction to where it needs to go following laws of gravity. You're not too sure how that works in the Feywild, but even in the Feywild, life is created and sustained somehow or some way. Even archfays need sustenance from water, or some other sorts. Things still need liquid to grow. Seems like a lot, somehow, magically, or however this reality works, something is drawing water to it.
Okay. So should we go that way? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to interpret that as me.
So it leads you to the conclusion of water is coming to here for a certain reason, and the water.
God, what is it sustaining?
It sounds to me that there's some big fuck taking a bath. That's what I hear. From all this.
And the water is.
Oh
quite
god,
warm.
we found the Gamer Girl bath water.
Exactly. This is
Okay,
it.
guys, remember it's not for drinking. It's for what's it? What is it?
Yeah, what's your-
Sentimental purposes only.
Sorry, homeopathic cannibalism?
Clout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So all the water is flowing to here. Can I suss the pools?
Can you what?
Can I like suss the pool of water?
On the roof?
So yeah, it's all like flowing up.
Yeah, so from what you can see with your dark vision, it is within sight that, and it's a large guys are flowing up. It's your birds can tell you that it is about 40 feet in radius as well. So it is a large vat of water flowing up, but then goes skinny going up.
I think maybe we can go up with it if we're in the water. It'll send us up, maybe.
Well,
Worth a try, right? What could go wrong?
How many other exits to the room are there?
Within a minute walking distance, there are 3. There's one that is a sudden drop with water flowing up, going into a small little river that then connects to the large body of water. There is another one that is a kind of stepped, tiered, large climb, and there's another that's like a even flat with scents of off fungi and algae down it.
Sia is yeeting herself into the geyser.
Wait, well, Jesus Christ! Oh my god.
Right.
Great, more drownings. This is what I wanted to deal with right now.
As you swan dive into adventure, you are pulled quite rapidly towards the geyser, and
Fun?
fun. It's just like you were pulled directly there, and in a matter of seconds, Sia is beyond vision for the rest of you all.
You just hear,
Augustus, no! Get out of the water! Augustus, no!
As you hit the geyser, you then quickly.
is it like that video making the rounds of the fish going through that tube at the moment?
Yes, very much so. As you.
I don't know, I definitely thought it was Augustus Gloop going up the tube, getting pulled up out of the chocolate water.
Pretty much. As you go up, you pass through the pool and go, and you have to hold your breath for this amount of time being in the geyser as well. But after 30 seconds of holding breath, you pop up into a small, shin-deep pool. A little pond surrounded by reeds and these large oak woods familiar to that of the Moonlit King's domain. You can even hear pan flute music coming from your left as you were surrounded by a vast forest. The moon is still shining over above Sia. You then can also see that behind you, you see a tree stands entrapped in a swirling bubble of translucent fluid, the same sort that the Moonlit King was drinking from. Hanging from the tree are golden, shining teardrops as they sparkle and glisten in the moonlight.
Well, that's some bougie fruit.
Everyone else down below, do you follow? Or
Yeah, that seemed like it worked.
yeah, she
Fucking crack her skull on the ceiling, just like if it's shindig, just.
She didn't hit her head and fall back down, so
I'm not entirely sure. So the rest of
I'll take my chances.
the Adina Faye, as you stand there and stare at this swirling bubble, quickly Adina Faye just comes shooting out of the pond.
Dane's going to like lift up the rubby parts of his armor, just kind of like carefully wade into.
Yeah, Asphyxia would have gone straight after Faye if Faye went up. She would have went, what's the worst that could happen? I'll explode into flames.
Famous
again.
last words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the rest of you gather up as well, it becomes a small little dog pile unless people begin to move, as people begin popping up in this small shin-deep pool, one after the other. Just
And then Dane comes in.
Wow.
Just like that guy that comes in, cannonballs in. Oh, Jesus.
See, it was fine.
Everyone is a little bit warm after having similar to having like a very hot sauna.
After going through game of bath water.
And it's just a little bit icky. So before you do see this translucent green fluid that swirls around in a bubble of this tree.
I assume that's what we're looking for.
It must be.
Asphyxia would have also used prestidigitation on herself and Faye to dry us off.
Dane's gonna be like a a wet, soggy swamp monster as he trudges over to the fucking tree.
All his robes are like soaked, his armor's full of water.
As you swash it up. There is a large bubble that encompasses this small fruit tree.
Dane's gonna put his arm into the bubble.
He's gonna move away.
Dane is then sucked, consumed even by the bubble as he goes on in. What season best reflects Dane?
I think he is a fall. Honestly, in autumn.
Autumn.
Yeah.
I probably would agree with that for Dane.
Wonderful.
Don't like that.
Yep, love that. That's real good. Love that. Good fun.
As you
He's a
then-
Gryffindor as well, just in case you're wondering.
Thank you. That's all I needed to know. As you then find yourself in...
Man, this is such a classic image.
Mm.
I know.
No, I just feel like immediately taken back to DeviantArt days.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was about to say.
Like,
It's just so classic.
this is what I would put my edgy pictures over, and then have some song lyric text on as well. You know.
It's perfect.
Just My Chemical Romance lyrics just on the side. In the winter part. So, you find yourself, Dane, standing in a little hillside in the autumn. There is a small shimmer around where you walk through, as if you're stepping out of water. The ripple continues for a little bit and then disappears as if you're looking over a valley on the top of a hill. The autumn leaves have fallen around your feet in the shape of stars. They kind of crunch as they land. You can see that on the tree, the pear-shaped fruit has begun to take on brown rot, showing signs of bruising, and for that second, it reminds you of the oncoming end of life and what is left afterwards.
Is there only one fruit on the tree?
As you look around, you can see there's probably about three.
Three? Are they all in the same state?
They all have that brown rot oncoming. What about everyone else on the other side as Dane walks in, his form disappears entirely into the bubble?
No, honestly, Asphyxia probably would have just taken a moment to check the surroundings, see any other reactions, if anything in the room reacted to the magic. Also, just or the area. I guess she doesn't even know she's in a room. If there's this oil thing.
It's more like an alcove of trees, really, as you're surrounded by the same massive oak trees that were by the Moonlit King's little party destination.
Is there but we're back out? This took us to the surface, out of the underground ravine.
Correct. Back under the full moon up ahead.
Can we see where the pan flute music's coming from?
Yeah. Can Asphyxia just fly up and just see if she can see anything?
As you fly on up, it's as if you're flying for 20 minutes or so until you reach the canopy, and you see in the far distance a large hill, and there seems to be lights flickering, and the pan flute music trails down a small wedge between the trees, as you look on back, as you noticed before, as you flew up, that there was a small narrow path between the trees. And there was a large as the party continued on.
Sorry, what was that? There was a what?
A large vibration.
Okay, good, thank you.
As if happy days were had. You can fly back down. You see that the bubble is still there, showing no signs of day. And as you fly back down, you head towards that small little separation of the tree line. There is indeed a small little walked path, and the pan flute music echoes through it. And hello, Calamity. Long time no see, friend. The rest of you, what would you like to do?
Should we go and get him?
You can.
And inspires such confidence.
Can I see what's going on the other side of the bubble?
Nope. Looks like a tree standing on a hillside.
Okay, so he just disappeared when he went in?
Just disappeared when he went in.
I'm picking a fruit, by the way.
Does she have an indication it's a portal though? Like, is it?
Oh,
like...
yeah. Does this feel like a portal to me?
Does not feel like a portal.
Don't like that.
All right, just.
But I'm picking a fruit, Kyle.
You pick pick one of the fruit off. It is squishy in your hand, as if any real pressure on it your fingers will sink into it, as if it is rotting. Beginning to rot.
That's.
Well, he didn't say he wanted a ripe fruit.
All right, I'm gonna turn around and head back through the. Whoop, 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 whoop.
You head back on through. As C is approaching up, Dane pops back out, holding a golden pear-like fruit with a what seems to be a sharp curled lotus flower at its top near the stem.
That looks mushy.
And yeah, it's rotting.
All right. If you want something done, you just do it yourself, and she'll walk in.
Wait, no, okay.
There's a ripple around the form of C as she goes in. See, as you appear, you see you're on top of a what season reflects Sia?
Summer.
I don't know.
Easy.
Oh, okay. She seems like a winter to me, though.
As Sia steps out onto the crest where the tree stands into a nice, warm summer's day, barely a little bit of wind flickers onto the tree and blows your hairs just to the side. You can see that there are 3 golden pear-shaped fruits, all with the lotus leaves around it. They glimmer as they shine there, out of reach, not hanging low, but much higher up in the tree.
Does it look like I could climb?
You can certainly try. So give me an acrobatics or athletics check to get on
I'm
it.
going to actually stick my quarterstaff in the ground and click on the immovable rods so that it stays in place and start shimmying up that.
Very nice. Okay, so you create your own little step ladder to get halfway up with no problem into the tree. You climb on up, you reach the fruit. If you're going to go pick it, you can give me a strength check. As you grasp onto it, you can feel it is definitely ripe. It is ready for the picking. Though, like a hot summer's day and even your fiery self, it is stubborn.
Just a real quick question. Can I? I want to use a hit point of lay on hands on my rotten pear to see if it does anything.
Just go roll dice.
All right, cool.
Call higher or lower.
Higher.
It removes the majority of the rotting.
This is bullshit. He couldn't peel a cabbage, but he can peel fruit.
Because technically, fruit once they've been picked, they're dead.
This is
Where's
like
the justice for my cabbage?
this is like you missed.
Continuing on. See ya. You just with you're on a 10. On a 10, that fruit remains as you pull and pull and pull, but it does not want to leave the branch.
Don't want to set fire to this tree.
Oh my god.
I mean, go for it.
Let me see what I've got on me first.
I want to go back through the portal and tell Sia that I healed the pear, so I'm gonna go back into the portal again with my nice pear.
As you go back through the bubble, you find yourself on the cool autumn afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see Sia, though you do notice up in the tree there is a vague silhouette outline up high in the tree.
Sia! Sia!
Sia, you don't hear anything.
Did you hear something?
Y'all hear something?
She's just going to try again. And it's going to try just a twisting.
Okay, make a
Motion
strength
instead.
check.
Dane's gonna head back out again.
Then you head back out and...
Yeah.
19.
On a 19, you rip it down. You show that pair who's boss.
Take that, inanimate object.
Pull down, and it is a damn good fruit. By the looks of it, it glistens and gleams like gold itself. With that, you can also head on back out.
Yep.
You can pass through the ripple of the bubble back to the others, and you find yourself there in the little alcove.
Sia, I tried to tell you. I managed to somehow heal the fruit.
She's going to hold up her really nice looking one.
It's so much better than yours, Dane.
Okay, well, maybe he'll like two fruits. And like Dane the whole time is just like holding this thing out. It's like as this most like gentle baby ever. And he's just like, I have this. Yeah. Anyway.
Where did you get yours? All the ones on the tree I saw were really nice.
There were only 3 on the tree when I was there, and they were all in a similar state. But I managed to
There were only three there for me, and they were all beautiful and ripe.
Well, good on you. As Dana walks away.
Good for you, buddy.
It's like, well, mine are really ripe and nice. It's like, okay, fucking nice.
Back together, you can all begin to head down towards the trail where you can hear the pan flute music again is beginning to spike and echo through the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
As you then begin to trek and make your way back as time begins to pass once again, even though for a while as you're walking, you count the minutes that pass. 40 minutes go past, 120 minutes, 360 as you're walking towards this hill, and eventually you climb the same crest where you can see the willow tree up top. And once you reach the summit, the peak of it, you then see the willow tree flattens down to a table. Swirling around is the king again, as they have a little bit of a celebration. The dryads swirl in happiness. As he takes a moment, you see his regal form looks over towards you. His green hand now clutches a rapier as he is sort of using it as a conductor's wand, as the satyr and the dryads dance and move around. So then, returning to me, you have... Hello again.
Ben's going to bow.
That took far longer than expected. Your liege.
You gone, but only a second. I'm glad you came back the path you came down, even though you passed through that. I enjoyed this thoroughly.
Wait, it's the path we came down?
Successful, you traveled down that way. Anyway. Did you collect your fruit? Did you see your friend? How is he?
I hold up the hand and wave for that. He's doing great.
Ah, wonderful. I'm so glad to hear.
He's rather rigor mortis.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to make a pun.
No.
You could say things got out of hand.
No!
As he holds up his... Oh, they usually do. His green, slimy, clawed hand is covered in a very viscous mucus as it drips down.
He destroyed his mark.
He destroyed it? That's very interesting. I have not heard of a case of that happening before. You see, they're transferred, not destroyed. Ley lines and energy, of course. The power cannot be destroyed. Power is only harnessed in different ways, child. You have a lot to learn if you're going to wield one. I could always take it off your hand if you wish.
No, thank you. But you could take this fruit off your hand instead.
Wonderful. You see, skulking out the side of the trees surrounding this nice little area is a large serpentine eel-like creature. It's green, slimy form with a spinal frill going down its back, comes over towards you as it sticks out its purple tongue that then swirls around the fruit and holds it up in the air as it slowly lizard walks its way over towards His Highness, His Royal Kingliness motherfucker. Plucks the fruit from the tongue and bites in. Where's no shit? He chews with his mouth open.
Second one for you as well. Should you like?
Two? Well then, I see. How lucky of me. Bring boy! As the serpentine eel creature comes back over towards you and tongue wraps around it, takes it back over to its master.
Before he bites the second one, Asphyxia will just say to him, "My liege, our companion thought that perhaps if he got one that was a little bit further gone, that it might pair nicely as a fermented snack. I do hear pear ale is quite the contemporary trend on the mortal planes.
It's quite nice.
Nice.
Once you get past the smell, it's quite nice.
You bring me such a wonderful gift, and then a concept. Oh, I've always wondered how the process would be involved on the more shortened lifespan of a drink. Oh, please, thank you. I am very, very pleased with this notion. I shall follow it up, of course. I'll have to make a trip to there myself to learn how. Oh, you're still here?
Yes,
What? Go on.
we should go and take a seat. We did have an agreement, yes?
He walks around to the largest tree-like high-backed chair and sits down. Now, what was that? What did we agree upon?
A fruit for knowledge on how to use my inheritance.
Then do please sit.
She's sitting.
Already sitting.
Sit more, please.
Higher.
Think slower into
Sit
chair.
higher. Arch your back. Shoulders in the upright position. Don't you slouch on me now. Perfect. I enjoy that thoroughly. Good, good, good. Now, what you have there, my sweet fireborn. If you would allow me to have a look, you see his eyes flare in a ice blue glow. Looking at your hand. That is the mark of the Drac. Oh, it's very interesting. There is one thing you must know. Though this is certainly more of the... This one's been hidden for a while. This one's been hiding like the sneaky little thief it has been. Oh, carrying the powers of the stars and the suns. Oh, I do enjoy it so much.
Which one is he pointing to? The one that they got?
The original one.
The original one, okay.
Have you ever thought or gave any notice to moments of extreme emotion? How it reacts?
I have noted it, especially of late.
Wonderful, you're accepting it. There are ways to harness and go about these. And as he bites into his fruit again, you can bring its power to full fruition, though be careful. You do not want to lose one. You do not want to lose your life. You said here your friends, he destroyed it? No. He must be like my stuff. It was taken from him.
I didn't get the chance to take it from him in time.
Immortal such as yourself, if you die, you will be gone. And as will it. As over me, however, the scorn given to me from my love brought upon my losing of my own. Oh, it was a tragedy.
Did they steal it?
Denied me her passion and her pleasure, and punished me thus. So now I'll sit here and drink and laugh and cry and sit. And you see his claws dig into the willow top table. And reflect on my actions as his eyes bug out and stop glowing blue at that point.
He's
Can I try and distract him? Because I have a question and I don't want him to like explode or something.
Of course.
So, as you say, a mark cannot be destroyed. What will become of it?
His eyes sink back in. It will find someone. It will go to either the next blood relative, the next being descended beyond the line. For a mortal sense, there could be a loved one. There could be someone who served with someone for some time. Honestly, it could be a teacher, a mentor.
Could it be an enemy?
Yes.
I'm just gonna look at Asphyxia. Just like say nothing, but use our I words.
But I feel a ye and ha emanating from
Yeah.
her
You
wordlessly.
feel a yeet going on.
So how would you recommend I best harness this one?
May I hold your hand?
Dan's gonna like take a step forward at that and be like, not quite like that, but just keeping an eye on things.
On the condition that you do not attempt any shenanigans or tomfoolery with this.
Of course. The slimy clawed hand wraps around your fingers. You can feel the pressure from the tips digging around your palm. He looks at it and goes, it is waiting for a moment to be unleashed. Bubble and boil the rage beneath. You have such passion. Tragic story. Oh, I wish to hear. I could help you, bring forth this power.
Well, we did have a deal, didn't we?
I've told you what.
Well,
Bringing forth your power is not part of the deal.
But I did say before, didn't I, when I gave you my... She'll point to if he has the holy symbol on him.
Oh, yes. A small little trinket.
I would retrieve that when we returned in return for a story.
And for a story, I will help you boil and burn this rage. Focus, really, if you wish. And he takes the holy symbol that was just hanging underneath his shirt, rips it off, puts it back with his fey hand onto the table.
How much do you know of Calumport?
Oh! Do go on.
It's awfully cliche, but I was dropped on the steps of the monastery over there. It was of one of the orders of the Kosith monks. You may be aware. So,
No.
children.
Mortals? No, not a clue. But go on, describe these people. Let me know.
Kosith is father of flame. He's less. He's a god, but he's an elemental. He's one whose power can be seen and made manifest in the mortal world, and a god for which there is real power. And there were 3 sects formed around him. One of brothers and sisters harnessing the power of good, or so they say, which was the disciples of the Phoenix who thought that fire was meant to cleanse and to help. Similar to a phoenix, there were the disciples of the salamander who were more zealots, and some called them evil, but they saw the aspect of fire as necessary renewal through destruction. And the one to which I was given were the brothers and sisters of the purifying flame who kept tender balance between the two, who saw light and fire as a balance between purification and destruction, and the tender balance. I think they saw me as some kind of symbol when I was dropped there. Genasi are common-ish where I'm from, but it's not easy to bring one up.
Not at all. Not at all. Very volatile in your creation and reaction to such elemental connections.
Fire especially.
Yes. You can bring forth your heritage through your mark. You have paid the price, and now I will bring forth that power into you. I will help.
Just know that it's... Hopefully it won't be too destructive. They always wanted me to be more of a balance, but I was far too tempestuous or passionate, or maybe just too much of a brash young kid to understand.
Get angry. Show me how hot your flame can burn. If you wish to draw her out, you must get angry.
What can I get angry at?
The claws dig into your hand.
Fucking.
Oh, does that hurt? You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh, ow.
If you can not get angry and channel your own inner flame, then why have it at all? There is a pull from the clawed hand. Mortals like you do not deserve it. Hence why I can take it back. Or I could try. Oh, that deal is nice, though. The temptation of tasting that sweet smack again.
Faye levels her crossbow at him.
Yeah, Dane's taken more steps forward.
Asphyxia steps in front of Faye and kind of like gently points the tip of the crossbow down and addresses the king directly. And says, "My lord, perhaps if we were to trade one last thing, perhaps we should take our leave. I would hate for us to dampen the party's spirit."
His tongue recedes, his eyes pop back in. The grip around C's hand lessens.
She's angry now, though.
More to add to the bargain, right? Which is?
When we first arrived here, you'd asked if we would dance. And though declined at the time, perhaps now would be as good as any to lift the festive spirits, and then we will take our leave.
Fucking kidding me?
Hey, he's a fae. He likes dance and music and alcohol
And debauchery.
yeah.
I'm not gonna fuck him.
No.
Well, that wasn't the best counter to a power word, and then I will never know. You say you want to dance, then show me your inner fire and express yourself in your rage and bring it forth. Come, we party now. We drink. And he takes the rotten yet healed one and holds it over an ewer, squeezes it as the green and brown liquid flow from the juices of the fruit itself into the ewer. You see it overflows with this thick green liquid that is translucent on the table. It says, "We shall now drink, and you will enjoy it, and you will show me your passion. Understood?"
Who's he addressing? All of us?
Looking mostly at you, Sia, but
She is now. It wasn't just the pain, but rather the ordering and the audacity that's enraging her.
yes, bubble, burn, blow it up. Proportions, go out of the way and just let it take over.
I'll blow you up.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, Jesus. 10!
On a 10, there is that burning, a deeper burning sensation in your hand, and you feel this erupting presence. It is akin to that of a volcano bursting. Do you quell it or do you let it overflow?
I'm going to throw a quick glance at the others.
If
Worry on his face.
it looks like what happened last time, Faye is going to grab Asphyxia and just like pull her backwards.
Dane, get back.
Sia, you can stop.
Get back.
Sia, you don't have to go through with this.
Dane,
You
now is not the time for your ideals. Let her do this.
For your own safety, get back. And she's
Dane's gonna step forwards and grab her shoulder.
she lets it erupt.
From
Yeah, Asphyxia and Faye are fucking like that.
Yeah, like
Barbie, just so you were fucking.
It's like that budgie running from the explosion.
Yeah.
So Dane, where did you say you grabbed the Asphyxia? I mean, Sia.
I stepped up to her and grabbed her on the shoulder.
Okay. As Zia turns around, the mark burns, and you see, you hear "Yes!" from the now bug-eyed, bulging, long, snake-tongued Moonlit King, overwatching this scenario. As she turns around as Sia then turns around to smack your hand away, you see the mark erupts, shines bright, and then there is a explosion from the center of a fist. You make a dexterity saving throw, Dane.
Yeah.
I told you to step back.
No, I said that wasn't gonna.
Ugh.
So I add my my shield's AC, so I have +2 to this because it's my shield and shield master thing.
All good.
So that's 17.
And 17. What's your key save?
My key DC save. Let me check. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. 13.
13. You save and are going to take half damage as you quickly throw your shield up and get away. And Sia, as the flames swirl and disperse from around you, from your hand. It is blazing and on fire, though you feel completely exhausted from that as you lose a hit die.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
Panting and puffing in a sign of exhaustion.
How much damage do I take?
So, roll me 8d6 there, Sia.
Oh, great.
Don't worry about me, I'm fine.
Narrator voice, he was not fine.
Narrator voice, he is
Wasn't
always
Dane
fine.
the one talking about survivor guilt, though? What about how Sia feels about injuring someone?
But like...
Dane only cares about how he feels.
So half of 27
Half of 27.
to round it down.
13 damage, yeah. Alright, you tickled me. Nice one.
And at that, the Moonlit King is yelping and laughing. Wonderful! Go! A brilliant exchange! If only we had a powered laugh for this event. I am pleased. Congratulations.
We have had quite enough of you. I can't believe you... Sia, let's go. We don't need any more from him.
And with our exchange complete, head on back. Goodbye. You can go straight away. Oh, what a wonderful memory to keep. As you are leaving,
Dane's like ushering Sia out of there.
She snatches the medallion up from the table.
snatch the medallion and head on back. You eventually quickly head on down the hill. There you find yourselves at the Fey Gate.
Really want to burn that table.
Fucking bitch dick loser, hate him.
As
Hey, Dane's dog's back.
As Asphyxia and Faye are like, because they obviously would have been further behind, because they was like, we're backing up, we're not standing near him.
Yeah.
Asphyxia will bow, like as she walks past.
Oh, goodbye. Have yourself a
Hey,
wonderful time.
what?
To speaking to Sixia.
Sia does a little mock curtsy as she exits.
Dane just like straight up turned his back on him, which is the equivalent of Dane flipping someone off.
And he just claps, just passion, pure passion, and wonderfulness. Oh, I love it. There you guys make your way back to the Umbral Pools. It's a strange collection of volcanic-like pools in tiered levels, all with various reflections of reality looking back towards you. As you then reach the Fey Gate, it is there. It is closed.
Wait, how are we gonna open it again? I can't even remember. What was our plan with this?
I opened it last time.
Oh yeah, that shit. Are you alright to do this?
Are you alright?
Don't worry about me.
I told you to get back.
I can handle it.
But I don't want to hurt you.
I didn't want you to get hurt from this madman's ravings. From the moment we entered his bargains, we were set up for nothing but failure. He only has his own intentions in mind, and he has such a wild whim that your safety meant nothing to him. I just didn't want to see you getting hurt.
But I didn't want.
We'll find a different way to look at your mark, but doing what he says is only going to lead to everyone getting hurt, including yourself.
It worked though, didn't it?
It doesn't matter if it worked. It's not worth the price.
You you stand at the parapet of the portal. You can attempt to activate it if you wish.
Yeah, she'll attempt to activate it.
Please roll 4d8 plus your Constitution modifier.
$14.
With that, she stands there focusing, trying to channel the steam that arises from the hand. There is, again, another eruption between her and the gate of fire that bursts open as this channel of flame goes scorching against the stones of the gate. The fire disperses in an instant as the swirl of the portal is open. As you can see the other side. Sia, however, passes out, drops to her knees, and lays face down.
It was below my HP as well.
That's right, yeah, that's correct. I got my own system confused just then. So, DMs out there, remember your own thing. So, as you fall to your knees, head down on the stone for just a second, your eyes pop back open. As you just reel on up, you can see more of your mark has been added down your fingers, then wraps around to your palm as it has grown. Your original mark has grown.
Are you okay? What was that?
It didn't happen like that last time, did it? As well.
No. Before you ripped the reality open to create the portal itself, this time you blew it open.
Let's get back through.
Yeah, we need to get out.
I don't want to stay in here any longer than we have to.
You all head back through the portal. There is that jaunt forward, a small bit of a sickening feeling, and you find yourselves in the early morning on top of the crest, where the Fairgate was in the Arctic forest.
What time did we leave?
You left at night.
Okay. Hopefully not everything's gone shit. Yeah, we'll head back to town.
Head on back to town.
Is Roll Changeling still outside?
Sorry, what was that? Can you say that again?
Roll Chamberlain.
It was Roll Changeling outside. Still. We took the horses up, didn't we?
You took your horses as far as...
They're at the edge of the forest.
No, I
that's
was
right.
making fun of how you said it. Don't worry
Fine.
about it.
You head on back
So I'm not sure
through.
if you guys have noticed this little guy.
Yes, I've noticed Draco licking himself the entire time.
It's Finn.
Oh, it's Finn this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
The one-
not visible on stream though.
Draco's over here. See that lump? That's Draco.
Aww.
The one time I say it's Draco instead of Finn, it's actually Finn, not Draco.
It's actually all a magic trick that because you can't see them both on the frame at the same time. I actually quickly move the cat. Yeah, same cat, one cat.
They're not visible on stream, Todd.
Damn it!
Yeah,
Got it. Get fucked stream. I mean, I love you stream, but get fucked stream.
Just move your camera, it's fine.
No,
Yes.
that's too much effort.
Give us the cat content we crave.
No. Anyway,
As you
back to town.
head on back to town, you come through the gates around about 8 o'clock in the morning. Returning back, you then get through the village, you can go to the pub. You can see that a lot of the town has packed up and left, with a lot of the festivities dispersed. There are very few people in around the town square, and all the party folk have packed up and left.
Why did we even come back here?
I suppose it's still our base of operations, so that's why we're here. We still have more work to do.
I came for the party.
Some of us have jobs here.
And we also have a deal.
Yeah, my job was running away from my problems, which
As you
I can't
say
do
that,
anymore.
As you say that, run
Oh,
away
great.
from your problems, you think, wait, what were my problems again? And
You got fucking memory loss?
you don't know what this medallion is around your chest, or around your neck.
what the fuck?
Oh.
Did you fucking steal my story?
And
Oh my God.
will end tonight's session.
Oh my fucking god.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Backstory. Whoo!
Don't need this. Yeet.
This bitch empty.
Now I will go in. We'll talk. We'll have a discussion,
Jeez, back that blindsided me.
and we'll talk. But know that things and stuff and things. Until next time, we've been Underachievers D&D. So let's go around and see where we can find each other. If we want to do that, we'll start with the memory loss of Sia by Charlotte Moth.
This bitch empty. Yeet.
Do you know who you are? Do you know who Moth is? Do you remember that one?
Moth is me. You can find me /her/whatever I am at that Scarlet Moth on Twitter. I'm currently getting ready for PAX West, so posting lots of cosplay progress. Also, most of my regular games are back now, so Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time or 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. You can find me on Kobold Press for The World Tree Burns, which is I'm playing a very different character, one who's actually smart. It's amazing. Who is the total opposite of Sia, which is a lot of fun. And on my own channel at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, we're playing on Thursday. We're playing in more of the 5th edition Planescape campaign IDM, which is a lot of fun. And my players just had a sort of bad acid trip from dream pastries.
Isn't that what the
True.
fake
I don't
one
want
is?
dream priest.
You don't want dream pastries. They're made from the ground up bones of children.
I mean, what?
I want dream pastries.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh,
They
no.
tell me they're made of children's bones. That
They
makes
would
so
like-
much
yeah.
more.
Oh, Faye. No, I meant me.
Oh yeah. No.
Don't
Both
tell
would
me
like-
made of children's bones. You'll just want it more, okay? Like that's you don't want that.
Anyway, Marv.
Yeah. Get rid of all those M's. They're gone. Out of here. I'm Todd or Marv. And Marv _art on Twitter. I am a 3D artist. And I haven't done shit in ages, but I retweet some cool shit, so you can go suss that out and follow me for more art eventually. And yeah, I also do sometimes random posts about random shit I hear my roommates say, so you know, that's the thing too. Cool.
Oh, nice. And next up is Cat Roulette.
Hello or goodbye. I'm Kat or Jimmy. I'm an artist and cosplayer and streamer. I won't be streaming much this week because I have work and stuff on. But if you would like to keep up to date with all the shit that I do, you can find me at Cat Roulette with a 3 instead of an E on the end on Twitter, and that will keep you up to date with pretty much everything I've got going on. So,
Wonderful. Next up and finally is Ali.
Hello and goodbye. I am Alicia. I am a full-time streamer, and at the rate it's going, it's a full-time Minecraft streamer, but we're trying to break out of that.
Minecraft.
Yeah, I stream Monday to Friday, 2:30 p.m. Australian Central Standard Time until ? I'm a variety streamer, so I don't just play Minecraft.
Nice one.
who says that?
Yeah.
That sounds like a myth.
And yeah, you can find me Alicia on any social media that I have is Alicia. So, and thank you. I know that there are some people like you, Karubi, and Dalek, who stuck around since my stream. So thank you for hanging around. I hope you enjoyed our D&D.
Thank you, Dalek.
No, Dalek, Morrowind's dead. Soz,
Yeah,
fam.
sorry. we're all dead around here. I'm Dragons and Cats. You can catch me Wednesday night as well for another episode of Dragon Spirit D&D. You can also catch me on Tall Squall's channel at 5 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time or 2 p.m. Pacific Time for the Vice D&D. So feel free to join the Discord if you want. We are planning in the near future for a character art scene for all our fam, but we'll see how that goes on. Anyway, until next time, friends, foes, and familiars, we're going to go give a raid out to Burrows Red. So
Yay!
keep rolling 20s. Go, Sansom, get it.
Why am I here again?
I don't know. Anyway, till then.
Wait, if we haven't pressed raid yet, can I just quickly say, Burrows Red is actually a DM for my other D&D campaign, which is going to be on tomorrow on the Wisdom Saves channel, and she's amazing. And Alicia will be there, and I won't. But yeah, just so you know, give her lots of love. She's amazing.
Exactly. Good plug. So let's go check them out, shall we? Until next time, friends.
I'm gonna stress all week.
See you later.
Yeah, boy.
Yay!